Greetings and power souls, it's Shelly Bean. I hope you guys are doing great wherever you are in the world. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you guys so much. So I am here giving Sagittarius Collective your messages at this time that you need to know for your greatest and highest good. Keep in mind, whatever I channel and whatever comes through won't be for every Sagittarian. However, if you have logged on to my channel, if you're here, more than likely there is a message for you in some way, shape, or form. So with that being said, Sag, let's see what is going on. I'm specifically going for like current energy and or predictive energy. So let's see what we have for you. Sag, if you are still here, thank you for hitting that thumbs up like button. I do appreciate you. It does help my channel continue to move through the thick, heavy YouTube algorithm. So I do appreciate that. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell. If you need a personal reading from me, Sag, my information is always below in the description area. So let's check to see what your current energy is at this moment. Divine Spirit, what is Sagittarius Collective's current energy at this moment? The thinking moment in the upright. Okay. So some of you guys could be really thinking more logically these days about something. You know, you guys are a fire sign, so you could be having more of a, I know in this particular current energy, you have more of a air sign energy where you might be more in your head about something, thinking more logically about a particular situation. You could also be getting some type of good information or good advice from an air sign or from someone who thinks logically. But whatever information that you are coming up on, whether it's from someone personally giving you information or you just being in an energy where you are searching information, you're looking for information, or you are just moving in a way where you are thinking more logically and moving more logical than with emotion, that's your energy that I'm getting for some of you guys right now. Okay. All right, so yeah, I don't feel like I need to get another energy card from this deck. I'm being told to go straight to the tarot deck. All right, so Holy Divine Spirit, what else do you have for Sagittarius Collective? Can you clarify the current energy on the table for Sagittarius? Holy Spirit, please and thank you. And guys, don't forget, you guys can always fast forward whenever I shuffle. I know that's what I do sometimes, not can think about it or remember to do it. I go ahead and fast forward the whole shuffling part sometimes. Okay, so Holy Spirit, please clarify current energy on the table for Sagittarius Collective. Yeah, I feel like at this moment, oh my gosh, did you guys hear that? And I'm like on, I don't know if it's somebody on the rooftop because I'm on the top floor of my building, but I don't know what that was about. But anyway, I feel like you guys you're not being emotional about it, maybe a particular decision or how you're moving right now, and you're not being impulsive about how you're moving. I feel like you are strategically thinking about something. You are going about things more logically and strategically. Thank you. Ace of Swords in reverse. Interesting, because the Ace of Swords talks about it's an air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So you definitely are in an air energy. But with it coming out in reverse, it talks about lack of ideas, maybe even lack of communication, or maybe miscommunication, maybe even hostility of some type, or some type of blocked communication. You also could be reevaluating some misinformation, or you will be. So again, this could be current energy that you have, or this is predictive energy. And in terms of reevaluating maybe misinformation, this is something that could be coming up for some of you guys, because I forgot to mention at the beginning that we are about to go into good old Mercury retrograde energy, which goes direct June 29th. And we are officially also are in Cancer season. But Mercury goes retrograde, I meant to say. Mercury goes retrograde in another week, June 29th, next week. So this is something that you guys could be running into as we get closer to Mercury retrograde, because we are also in the pre-shadow period. So there could also be maybe a lack of ideas that you have. There's something about your thought process and your communication, something that's mental. That's why I mentioned the mind. You guys may be doing things logically, or trying or attempting to do things logically, more in your mindset instead of your emotions. Why is the Ace of Swords in reverse? Tell not to take that. Please clarify the current energy on the table for Sagittarius Collective, this thinking woman in the upright, and the Ace of Swords in reverse. What is that about? Holy Spirit, please and thank you. The Five of Swords in reverse. I like that. It talks about shifting energy. Give me a second. So Sagittarius, you or someone connected to you may be wanting to make amends. Someone may be wanting to maybe reconcile a friendship, a connection, make some type of amends with you after some type of old hostile or maybe resentful feelings. This could be you, Sag. You could have some resentment somewhere, or hostility, or you had some. Whether it's you or someone you're connected to, someone wants to be done with some type of resentment or hostile feelings. And so the energy is shifting. Okay. This also could be unexpected surprise. You could actually even hear from someone. I know I'm not doing a Mercury retrograde reading, but it seems to be coming up. You guys could also be surprised by someone you haven't heard from in a while during this Mercury retrograde phase or period. Because again, it hasn't gone retrograde just yet, but we are in the pre-shadow energy. So sometimes you can feel it before it actually goes official retrograde. Okay, so what else? And again, that's another air energy. Five of Swords is Aquarius energy. So you guys are definitely dealing with some air type of energy, air sign energy. You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or just someone who has those air sign traits heavily in their natal chart, or you, Sag, could have those, have those air signs heavily in your chart. What else for Sagittarius Collective Holy Spirit with this energy on the table for Sag? Four of coins in the upright. You're holding on to something. Or someone you're connected to is holding on to something. Why is this Four of Coins? Yeah, why is this Four of Coins here, Holy Spirit? Why is this Four of Coins here? Another air energy, Eight of Swords. Okay. There's something that you could be holding on to. I did mention hostility and resentment. So this energy could be you, Sag, and someone who you know that you may actually hear from during Mercury retro energy here. Someone that could be the person that you hear from that you haven't heard from in a while, who wants to squash some type of resentment or hostile feelings. And they may feel, Sag, that you are carrying the hostility and resentment. But with this Four of Coins here that came out in the upright and Eight of Swords here in the upright, again, another air energy. This is Four of Coins is earth energy, specifically Capricorn, but this is air sign energy, Gemini energy, Eight of Swords in your head, stuck in your head about something, all up in your head about something, maybe possibly feeling trapped by certain thoughts, mental thoughts that you may have. It could also be maybe a doom and gloom type of energy or thoughts that some of you guys may be having. I am getting, again, as I said earlier, an energy of being heavily mentally in your head about something, Sagittarius. So this could be negative thoughts that are holding you back, or having you maybe hold on to something that is not necessarily mentally healthy for you. Let me have one more message from this deck. Wow. Nine of Swords in reverse. More air energy. You guys are in your head about something. My gosh. We got the Nine of Swords in reverse. We got the Eight of Swords in reverse. We got the Five of Swords in reverse. We got the Ace of Swords in reverse. We got the Thinking Woman here, which for me is air sign energy. For me, this represents for me, also is giving me, I should say, giving me like the Queen of Swords in the upright. But even with this Nine of Swords in reverse, in this particular deck, the Nine of Swords in reverse still talks about some type of emotional anguish, something that's keeping you guys in your head about something that's, there was some type of trauma, some type of emotional baggage, some type of regret. Some type of unresolved issues. Thank you, Spirit. So the other thing that I'm getting is with this Thinking Woman in the upright, you guys are being also very truthful. Like you're being honest with yourselves about your thought process. You're being honest with yourselves about something that's going on with you mentally, or something that you are very much in your thoughts about, you're being honest. You recognize there's this level of there's a level of self-awareness. So this is an energy that you guys could currently be in again, or this is something that you guys will eventually, this energy will occur at some point for some of you guys, where you are recognizing maybe your patterns in the way that you think, your thought process. You're having a level of self-awareness again, and truth about how you think, what your thoughts are, how they affect you. But I also feel that this might not be triggered for some of you guys until somebody who's in the Five of Swords in reverse reaches out to you. So it could be somebody that you hear from that you haven't heard from in a while, Sag. That is going to be a trigger for you and where you are mentally with that situation and or person. I hope that makes sense. All right, so what time is it? Interesting. A lot of air energy, a lot. So again, with all this air energy, there's definitely a lot of mental energy and a lot of communication. Even if the communication is misinterpreted, or if there is some type of miscommunication, there's still some kind of communication going on here. Thoughts and communication. Okay, what else do we have for Sagittarius Collective at this time, Divine Spirit, that they need to know for the greatest and highest good, or for just mere confirmation? Snake in disguise, an enemy as a friend or lover, thief. Someone acts like they care but doesn't. What? All right, what is that about? Snake in disguise. Excuse me. And here goes my communication. Hold on, guys. Let me take a sip of this water real quick. So, Sag, someone you know, they could be currently around you, or they could be someone that's coming in, someone who you haven't heard from in a while. That could be the snake in disguise that's coming back around. They may be coming in the guise of wanting to reconcile, wanting to make amends, and wanting to shift the energy between you and them. But they could be a snake in disguise. So this person, again, could be currently already around you in maybe a friendship circle, maybe a work circle, maybe family, or this person will be coming in under a false mask. What else for Sag Collective, Holy Spirit? Sorry, that was my stomach if you heard my stomach growl. Text message. You are on my mind. I miss you and can't get enough of you. It's Strong communication, like I said, strong communication. You got all this air energy out here, so I'm not surprised this came out. So you guys could be getting a text message again from someone you haven't heard from in a while, or whatever message that you get, that could be one of the unexpected surprises, is that you get some kind of communication, whether it's text, email, letter, more than likely a text, and probably email. Yep. And it doesn't even have to be anything romantically. It doesn't have to be any type of romantic situation. All right, but again, somebody's reaching out to you. What else from this deck? Or Sagittarius collective. Home, a new home, or moving in together. Let's make it official. Who just got this? Libra. Libra just got the same card. And they just got this. Libra also got this card too. That's here at the bottom. That was pointed to. It says yearning, missing you, thinking about the good times. I never had someone like you. Yeah. So for some of you guys, it's pretty obvious what I'm picking up on and hearing and seeing in my mind's eye. Somebody from your past. Again, somebody that you used to know. Someone you haven't heard from in a while will be contacting you more than likely during this Mercury retrograde, because we are creeping up on that energy. For some of us, we already feel it, depending on how, sensitive you are to energy. I know I am particularly very sensitive, and so I was already feeling some aspects of Mercury retrograde, more specifically with my with my speech, and definitely with some of my electronics or devices. All right, what else do we have for Sag Collective, Divine Spirit? Please and thank you. Card fell on the floor. I'm being told to take that, which I will. Upgrade. Your life is about to have an upgrade. I like that. I like that for you guys. I like that energy. I like seeing that you guys are upgrading, because there's a lot of other wonky energy here, especially with the snake in disguise, and I don't like that either. But what else for Sag Collective, Divine Spirit? So you are getting an upgrade in your life, Sag. Congratulations. Caution. Proceed with caution. Proceed with caution, though. Proceed with caution. Proceed with caution. And whoever, and this won't, this, of course, this part won't apply to everybody. But what I'm getting is to proceed with caution in dealing with someone who could be making a comeback or trying to make a comeback. However, whatever dynamic of relationship that is, it could be any type of dynamic of relationship. You are being warned about this person. And I feel like, Sag, you already know who this person is. Or you have a good idea who it could be. Especially if it's somebody who you already know has destroyed your trust, or who has betrayed you in some type of way, or just someone who you already know says that you don't feel like you can really trust, or they've already proven that they can't be trusted. Put it like that. Cupping season. The season for relationships are coming up. Even though this is like wintertime here on the card, it is like where I'm living at in the United States, it is officially summer. So I don't know. That's all I'm getting for that deck. But I do want to get one last tarot message. What is a likely outcome for this energy on the table for Sag Collective? Keep in mind that likely outcome is just what it is, likely outcome. Now, not everything is set in stone. Energy changes all the time, so not everything is always set in stone. But let me just get what the likely energy or the likely outcome for this particular energy could be, or will be for some of you guys. What is the likely outcome of this energy for Sagittarius collective? Holy Spirit, please and thank you. Eight of Wands reversed. It talks about lack of action or communication, lack of focus, lost momentum, energy block, hold on, delays, stall, take time to align. So whatever you guys could be in your head about, that is also, or will also potentially play a part in creating some type of blockage or delay in certain areas of your life. Just not, and Eight of Wands is your energy, Sag. It's also your energy. So some things could be slowing down. Some type of action could be slowing down. Instead of gaining momentum, you could be losing momentum in certain areas of your life, which is only temporary. And again, Nine of Wands that came out. Sag energy. A test of faith. You're being asked to try to get away from being in your head so much. Try to, although for you as a fire sign, it's great to be or operate in more of a logical mind, or operate and go about things more logically instead of emotionally and or impulsively. It's saying even with that, try not to be too much in your head. Try not to overanalyze things. Try not to think too much about something. Take hold of some scattered thoughts here. Take hold of some thoughts here. Don't allow these thoughts to override your sense of logic and your sense of reality as well. Okay? To be careful about that. But with the Nine of Wands in the upright, talks about a test of faith. Talks about you being a warrior. You've been through it. You've been through some things. And so you are a testament to a lot of things and a lot of people, that there's a lot of courage still there. You have been through a lot, and you are at a point now where you are trying to create better boundaries for yourself in your life. You are trying to really be consistent in walking by faith and not necessarily by sight. Just believing that the universe and the divine source has what they have for you, and that divine timing, and to trust it. And to trust it. And to trust what it is that you don't see in the physical. So you're being asked to do, and you're being asked to do that at this time as well. So this is an interesting energy. Let me ring the bell on that real quick. Sorry, but I had to ring the bell on that, clear out some of this energy. But these are your messages, Sag, that I am getting for you. And again, I hope that you guys found the reading helpful in some way, shape, or form. I hope that it resonated. As always, until the next upload, be well and be at peace. Ashe.